Welcome to Draft on MTGA. Hoping to really begin doing this a little bit more often. Enjoying different gameplays that we have here. Sorry if the video looks a little choppy. Still working out some of these pieces. It's going to take some time, I think, but in the end, I'm hoping that it'll end up being a good and fun time. I'm going to try this Draft Core Sets Premier Draft. Um, I wasn't playing an MTGA prior to because I had used a Mac, so a lot of the courses I missed out on. Caldine I've played a good amount on. It's pretty tough, but I've enjoyed it. So let's go ahead and hop in here to a core draft. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, I am probably, I don't know, I enjoy playing MTGA quite a lot. I think that I love Paper Magic so much more. Draft and Commander are my two formats that I like to do and play the most. Kind of as we move in here, we'll be interested to see a little bit about what we're stepping into with Core Draft. Standard's gotten a bit stale in my opinion. I think it was pretty boring before rotation, before Kaldheim released, and then even once Kaldheim released, I don't know, it failed to really get me excited. So I'm appreciating these different draft formats. What do we open here? And we got a Gigantosaurus. You can't see my mouse. It's an unfortunate reality using a Mac on OBS, but uh, not exciting. Not something I really want. Meteor Golem's always good. It's a good high end. Luminous Bonds is a good removal spell. Poison Tip Archer can be really powerful too, especially if you get a good um, sacrifice or just killing stuff deck. Those are kind of my only two options. It looks like Drill Master's not the best. Yeah, I don't really like Helion. Do I go into two colors immediately, or I just take the Meteor Golem that's going to fit into every deck? I think the smart play is here. I might regret that in the future, but we're going to go ahead and take Meteor Golem. So you pack two, get Exclusion Mage, which is a really fantastic tempo play. You got Divination in the pack as well, which is great. Gallant Cavalry is also really powerful. 4 mana, get two bodies at 2/2s. Thud. It it wins a couple games, but it's overall pretty disappointing. Um, this is really going for that sacrifice deck that we were just discussing. Let's see. Rejuvenator's good. Bristling Boar can be really good, especially if you can give it Menace somehow. It's pretty legit. It can be a beater that just wins the game. That said, I think honestly the best cards are blue in this pack. White might be a second. Black would be good synergy, but in and of itself is pretty weak. Um, Fortunately, not easy choices, huh? I look forward to learning from you on what to do here. I'm going to take Exclusion Mage. I'm going to go for the blue card. And then we get Pridemate, which is awesome. Diamond Merit's also good. Pyromancer, standard all-star at the time. Luminous Bonds as well is a fantastic. Well, I don't know about fantastic. It's a removal spell in white. Yeah. I've seen some good white cards coming around. It's probably awkward I've passed on them, but we're going to take Pridemate. I think that's a good sign from the right. We'll be happy with that. Hopefully get some of those luminous bonds back, honestly. 6/9/3/7 Vigilant is not exciting. Skull of the Stars is not exciting. It's fine. Lightning Mare. Mono blue would be frustrating to see it, but we have a poor 2 damage removal spell here. There's just not a lot of good here. What to do? I'm not very excited about any of these. I mean, in these decks, in these formats, being aggressive is usually pretty beneficial to you. So double red, if you're not mono red, that's pretty hard to be aggressive with. Bogart Brute, however, is fine. I think of this pack and kind of what I'm seeing, I might want to be a little bit more aggressive than normal. Take Vengeance is a fine card. It's a weak removal spell, but again, removal's removal. It's hard to come by, especially in these core sets. There's usually not the most premium of options. Trumpet Blast is fine, not exciting. I think we're going to take Vengeance and be sad about it. What do we have here? A lot of Stitcher Supplier coming around, so if you want to self-mill, it could be a way to go about it. Knight's Pledge is pretty good. Shock is great. Lava Axe is... I'm usually happy with one Lava Axe. Currently I'm at one. Oh, two creatures. Oh, three. Meteor Gauntlets. Oh, goodness. Counting is hard. We're going to go with the Shock. I think direct damage is pretty key. Draconic Disciples, meh. Knight's Pledge and Daybreak Champion. Pyromancer, I think we're going to try to be aggressive here. I do want to find ways to gain life, though, because otherwise the Giant's Pride is pretty weak. 4 mana 4/3 with Trample, 3 mana 2/2 that can gain me 2 mana later. We can get some equipment going. Telecast exists. It's not the best. I'm going to take this 4 mana 4/3 Trampler. I wish I had haste, but that's life a little bit. Back to our first pack. We're going to take Drill Master here. Looks like we missed out on the Luminous Bonds, which is unfortunate. We're going to take the 4-drop here. Ooh, Pyromancer came back. That's great. I mean, 2 mana 2/1 with a shock on it is pretty awesome. We'll take the Tormenting Voice. We want to be a little more aggressive than that white creature's going to allow us to be. You know, when you don't know a draft format very well, and as this is 3 core sets kind of pushed together, it's usually a smart play to try to be aggressive. Usually the more aggressive that you can be, the less that your picks matter, the less that your thoughts matter. You just kind of push through. Here I'm going to take a Knight's Pledge. I think that'll go well with our creatures. Pump them up. Now we got 2. I think that's probably all I want, to be honest. And yet, here we go, getting a blue Mythic Planeswalker. What does she do? Alright, minimize a creature. Can't even get the bird immediately. It's unfortunate. It feels bad passing that, because I don't think we're in blue. However, the thing about Planeswalkers is they gain you life pretty quickly, and if I can get a 4/4 out of that, that seems really good. My white, I don't have any way to gain life. I think that this and Exclusion Mage make it better already. Brimstone Cutthroat's also good. I'm going to go ahead and select this because I think that's my choice. Lobbykin Brawler is really good if we go heavy elementals. Speaking of elementals, this is fantastic. Again, I think we're going to drop the white here. We might be going more of a red-blue aggressive, maybe spells type deck. Try to really push it out. 6 mana 6/5 Menace. You know, it's a dinosaur. I kind of like this one. This one's going to be Brightborn Cutthroat's just good. Super frustrating in Standard if you played in this period. Splash decks are always frustrating. I'm pretty sure I'm cutting white. Even these white things are not very exciting. Angelic Gift, I guess, if you want to go Boggles type. Without hexproof, of course. Regulator's great. 2 mana 2/2 Flying Haste is good. I would play it. It's not, it's whatever a little bit, but I'm pretty cool with it. This just gives us opportunity to refill our hands a little bit, especially in decks that can be hard to do. Dragon Mage would be great too. Just help us wheel, but I can't pass the regulator on this one. Rift is not what we want. Bone Dash is fine. Exile creature or planeswalker that's black or red. It's conditional. I don't really necessarily want that. Soulmender goes really well with Johnny's Pride Mate. We really don't know, do we? I'm going to take Soulmender. I think it's better than Bone Ash in most circumstances. I don't really want a 4-mana counterspell. What do we get here? Reduce to Ashes. Can get rid of something. Gain control of target creature. Yeah, we're not really the sacrifice deck. Angel Vitality is strong. 3-mana 2/2 flyer. We have 5-mana 3/2 flyer that's going to gain us life. God's Willing is a great protection spell. I'm surprised your opponent's killing out. I think we're going to take 3-mana flyer here. I don't know. Maybe we're just guy? I don't think so. It feels wrong. But our red is really not looking too great. Griffin Protector's pretty good. Anticipates meh. Fortress Crab is very meh. We're gonna take with Griffin Protector. Yeah, we might be Boros still. 1/3 to have something. Inspired Charge. I actually like Moment of Heroism here because I think we can blow out and gain some life. Yep. Again, we're going for synergy here. Some of these cards aren't the best, but we're kind of hoping that it pulls together. Scorch Splitter's fine. I think I like the flyer. If you're trying to be aggressive, getting in the air is usually a pretty good way to do it. I think this is probably what I'm taking. I don't think. No, I don't have any elementals, so that one wasn't really that exciting. Okay. It's bad removal, it's just sorcery speed. I have to wait to get hurt to use it, but it's okay. Doubling up on those is kind of awkward, I think. Let's see. I'm fairly positive. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take Daybreak, although I would have liked that red-white land. My white's now better than my blue, significantly, even with the mythic. Wing Unling is not the most incredible planeswalker, but it's a planeswalker nonetheless. We got here colorless rare. Discard a card, protection from planeswalkers. Deals damage to planeswalkers and can gain indestructible. Interesting. Otherwise, we have Griffin Airy. Last scene's awesome. It's cheap. I'm really building toward gaining life. Selfless Savior would be great as well. Arsonist is whatever. Magnet can be really good. I don't think I care about this rare. It's fine. 3-9, 3/4, just on that is fine, and then it can do additional things. I think I really need this. It won't come back, and I think it really makes our deck work. What do we got here? Siege Striker, 3-mana, 1/1 double strike. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. It seems like a very powerful card. I like it. Currently, where are we at? 15 creatures. It might be more than that even by the end of this. I think we'll probably cut a lot of our non-creatures. Celestial Enforcer is really good just to be able to get things out of the way so I can keep getting damage in. Selfless Savior is, of course, really good just to be able to protect my stuff. I think Celestial Enforcer will do more work over the game. Kai'Sel Freebirder is always fun. Valorous Steed seems pretty nice. What does this do? While encounter a target creature against protection of color. Ah, I see. So your protection spell. You can blow someone out with that. I kind of like that idea. Oh, goodness. I'm looking over our uncommon here. Okay. 2-mana 2/2 that gets stronger with whatever's attacking it. I think that's a pretty strong creature. Its other abilities may not be worth it. We'll just see if I get any of those things. Yeah, I think that we're very likely to attack lots of creatures here. Faith Setters, gotta take it. There's nothing else here. Like, Spell Gorger Weird would be great, but I mean, we're not really in the blue-red deck. It's just a really powerful card in general, but we cannot pass the removal spell. Ooh, get a second one here. However, I can do something else flying real quick. I think I still want, yeah, low to the ground, just beat them as good and fast as we can. It's instant speed. I'm thinking about using that myself. I think that makes the most sense for that card. However, a single crash through would be really good. Just to be able to get in those last points of damage. Definitely gonna take the Selfless Saber here. Legion Judgment is a bad. Oh, this is one of those. Oh, I suppose I should take it. It fits a little bit. Take another Savior. Steed was the other one I was thinking about before. Now we're going to take it. That'll be a good top end. Take another Crash Through. I think we're going to be as aggressive as possible. We'll see if that works. It very well might not. Okay. So here we are. It exists. But I'll go ahead and separate out our creatures. I'm not excited about these. But also not heavy on life gain. Like what we've got 1, 2. You don't even gain any life. 2 life gain creatures. So yeah, you're out, you're out, you're out. In which case Griffin Area is out as well. It's beneficial. I don't think I want Burn Bright. It's a removal spell. It's a removal spell. Bad as though they may be. I think we're gonna drop you. Alright, this still feels like a lot. Oh yeah. Yeah, we don't need you anymore. Okay. So I'm gonna cut 7 cards here. I'm almost feels like, can I just go mono white? But some of these red cards are really good. Havoc Devils I'm not excited about. It doesn't even have haste. So I'm really wanting to get in there as fast as possible. Pretty weak. I think we're not going to get up to 7 mana very often. I'm going to try to close out the game faster than that. I think cut you as well. Really wanting to go low. I think you're worth having up top. So are you? What do we do here? What do we do here? ETBs +2/+0 for one creature. Okay, I mean that can be strong. Yeah, it's interesting what to do. Inquisitor is pretty meh. I'm gonna drop it. Where are we? 17 creatures. I'm gonna drop a Crash 2. We're just gonna have one. And we'll drop one of the Selfless Saviors. Okay. With that, let's go ahead and run it. We'll see how we do. So let's join our first match here. So I'm not your typical streamer or gamer. I'm not the best at this game. I really do hope to learn alongside you. Hopefully you can learn some of the things I've been doing and I can learn from you. I haven't been playing, in all honesty, that long. Kind of started my road on MTG with Dragon's Tarkir, and I started learning the draft, going to my local game store and hammering out some different drafts. Super enjoying it, really digging into the different pieces. Really grew to love it all together. So, that brings us to where we are now. I played in a number of different countries, really enjoyed the game, played in various languages, which is very difficult, mind you. I find it much easier to play in English. Let's see. Let's go ahead and throw her down. It gets +X/+O until turn X is the number of other attacking creatures. Great. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's not the best creature in the world. It just exists. It's a good mana sink, at least. We're going to take the 2 here. He's going to have a follow-up play in order to block my Houndmaster. Kelvin Raider. Okay. He chose not to draw. Let's see if I drop this. Seems like the best play. He'll trade off his 4/3 for my 3/3, I think. He might trade it off with 3/2. I'm pretty content either way. Let's see what we can do here. Does this only get it from library? Yes, secret library. Okay. See if opponent takes it. Ooh, we did, okay. This next turn, we're in need of some new cards. Pretty weak here. Alright, you're going to keep my 3/3 tapped. That's fine, I think. Alright, we're going to go here. And drop Pyromancer. We'll put Regulator down. And then we'll pitch the mountain and draw a card. Okay. Oh, wait. This will be alright, so I can destroy it. I don't have any flyers, so aerial assault's a little awkward now. Now you're pushing in. Let's see. I think I'm pretty content to trade these guys off at this point. I gotta preserve my life for a little bit. These get the trades. Take the 4. He's gonna follow up with something, I think. No follow up. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and take vengeance here. Get rid of that. Let's move into attacks now. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to Tormenting Voice, pitching Aerial Assault, draw a couple more cards. Even though, at this point, Crash is pretty awkward, isn't it? Yeah, let's go ahead and pitch Crash through. Okay, Bogart Brute's not bad. Alright. How much money do I have? I have 6. Look at that. Start with Bogart Brute. It's the one I care less about. Okay. We'll hold the mountain for next turn. Alright, you're shocking the brute. Fine. Opponent's playing a little bit here. It's got some counters, it's got some spells. Spellgorge are weird, it'd be what I don't want to see. Pitch this. Love to get a creature on the field. Awesome. This is great news. You enter, you do that. Winning attacks, okay. We're going to go ahead and tap Drill Master. Go ahead and give him a 4/2, so force him to block it or take the 8 damage. But he's going to sack it, right? Yeah. Deal 2 damage, probably to it. So it really sucks. I think that was a trade up, 100%. Pitch Burn Devils, we got 3/3 when it dies, deals 3 damage. I'm not happy about that. Yeah, didn't have it. We will go ahead and sack or draw a card here. Not gonna attack, can't take the damage. Has to be mountain or red card. Okay. And go ahead and drop our 2/3 flyer. It'll be very helpful. We'll hold up our plans. I don't know what we could have necessarily that would benefit that, but in my opinion, it's worth keeping. See if we can get this down. We're building our small army. They got no counter for it. No. Alright. So like 3/4. It's really good. There it is. Okay. That's fine. I assume they had something there. They wouldn't just sit back for nothing. Here, what do we got? 3/7 flyer. Well, that's bad. It's not really worth attacking, unfortunately. Opponent's gonna start getting in the air here. Where are we? 13 cards left. We dug through our deck pretty well. We were not very fast though. drawing a card. Okay. Selfless Savior is actually really great here, so I'm going to go ahead and bash. So now which do I want to save? I think I want to save Battalion. I think. Because it's going to offer more damage over time. That's great. So now it'll be out of range. Opponent's definitely got the removal. Better removal than I have. Let's stop drawing mountains. Which is something. I'm going to go ahead and get in for 2. Opponent's got their card draw engine going. See, at this point, even though mine only costs 1 mana, I wish I had theirs. It would be more consistent. Oh god, okay. Yep. That stops my board presence altogether. So Sphinx is going to get in, I think I need to block. Oh, good. I'm just going to pass here. Apparently we can survive the next turn. Oh, maybe we can't. Surprised they didn't already do that. Yep. Good game, friend. Alright. A little bit unfortunate how slow we were on the draw there. And opponent had great removal, but wish we would have had a little bit more going for us there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at there. Got ourselves a little prize. Consolation free to play. Yeah, I think like I was mentioning earlier, I do love the free to play aspect in MTG Arena. And during the pandemic, it's been a lifesaver, honestly, just being able to sit down, play some games, play the new sets. I have boxes sitting at home just waiting to be played with my group. But, of course, it's just unwise right now still to play. But we're getting closer, and I look forward to that. Gratefully, I've already been able to get my first dose of the vaccine. I'm hoping for the second soon. But, you know, I look forward to seeing a little bit more of the science on it, how it comes out, and where we can stand on it, where we know we're passing or not passing, and how we can meet together safely. And so, but I do miss and look forward to meeting together. What do I get here? I got some 2 mana spells, a 3 mana spell. I think this is a keeper. Do hope for a land here soon. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Silent Dart. Okay, great. I'm gonna start with Pyromancer. Go ahead and burn for 2. What's the point again? Nothing. So I can Drill Master now, or I can wait and do Siege Striker. I think I want a Siege Striker. Because if so, I could do a considerable amount of damage next turn. So I could do 10 damage with Siege Striker next turn if they don't get a creature. They got a creature. Okay. Well. I think we're still gonna bash in pretty hard here. If they want to trade for Pyromancer, they're welcome to, but that means they're going to take 10 damage. I'm content with that trade, honestly. So now opponent's down to 6. And a little bit of pain. What do you got here? Chippy Spider, okay. Let's see, so I can get it. I might get a 3/3 double strike. Go ahead and do this. I am going to still do it, and I will pass the Selfless Saber for it, because I think they're getting forcing the block. Oh, okay. Deal. Thanks, opponent. What do we got? Rack Sage. Okay. Well, never had a chance to use it. That's okay. They also have this dart that's just sitting here waiting. So they'll eventually get to use that. Okay. Oh. Yep. Let's get in. Uh-oh. That was a mistake. Dang it. Right-click attack all was not helpful in that scenario. That was pure stupidity. Now I just lost my leverage. Oh, I could have just lost the game there. Frustrating. Okay, we can do this. Go ahead and get in here. Tap it down. Make the opponent block, which is fine. That's good. We're going to take out a Courser here. See, they've got Rock and Dead next turn if they don't have a blocker. Okay. We'll see what opponent does have. But currently, that should do it. Good game, opponent. They had a bad draw, and I definitely did not play that game well. Alright. On to game 3, 1-1. Pretty content with that. Actually, before we keep bouncing out, I need to refresh this, see if we can get a 750. Oh, nope. That's alright. Alright. Alright, 1-1, what did we learn? The single's a beast. We can be really aggressive in this deck, and that's good. And Selfless Savior there was pretty clutch too, or it should have been. Unfortunately, I did play it poorly. Alright, we don't have anything until turn 3. This is not a fast hand. I would hope to have a 2-drop. Ooh, well, we've got a 2-drop, just don't have the mana for it. We're going to throw Plains down and see if we can get away with that. This is probably a stupid play. Opponent's in Swamp. Alright. Red Source. Always had it. Go ahead and burn the opponent. Yeah, corner. I'll take your 1, no worries. Alright, so here we're going to go ahead and drop our Siege Striker. Opponent should have removal for it. would be my guess. If I draw a land next turn, I can draw both of these. Really pump up Sheet Striker, which would be nice. Oh, it's really in the tank. There we go. And we're just going to pass turn here. No intention of attacking into the skeleton. Here's the movement. There it is, disfigure. Alright. Okay. Opponent's not the fastest. We got Audacious Thief. When he attacks what? Draw a card, lose life. Okay. We are going to go ahead and drop the Enforcer and the Savior. And we'll pass our turn here. Because now Enforcer can block either of them, happily. Which is great. I can also tap things down so I can get in. Unfortunately, my 1 toughness really doesn't help me a ton. +2/+0 on the turn. If he puts on a Thief, I will have Pyromancer block. Yeah, go ahead. I don't think I'll keep the Savior around. It's worth keeping. Keep the life total high. Okay. Just 2 mana. Right. We'll see what they do. Okay. No me for a couple. Got that was in 21. Speaking of boring standard, I actually made Mythic with that Rogues deck. Certainly wasn't my most fun gameplay experience. It just happened. We'll see. These imports will turn on in a few turns. I think it'll tap down. Oh, that really does suck. So I'm going to target the Savior. I'll go ahead and sacrifice it to the Enforcer. So now I'll be happy to block the Charger and tap in the Skeleton. Take vengeance on the Skeleton. It didn't have it in them. And apparently I was passing my turn all the way through. Actually, only if you control creature flying. Well, then I can't do it at all. Reading the cards, people. Reading the cards. Such a disappointment. Probably not winning this game. Opponent stalled me out considerably. Okay. I think I need to give up the curve or something. Go ahead and block the Charger. And trade them off. Take my 3, take vengeance on the Archer. Does it turn on Peace Enforcer? It does. Regular will keep that online the whole time too. Do need some cards. Ah, crap. Okay. Opponent certainly got it. That is not helpful to me at all right now. I need creatures. 1-3 Flying Vigilant is okay. I'm still taking 6. Might as well get with everything, right? Why would you hold Skeleton back? Doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense if you ask me. And that, my friends, I believe is game. So that'll put me at 1 and 2. It's interesting. I've played this one other time, and I was aggressive then too, and it worked out in my favor. I actually went, lost my first match, lost my second match, and then won 5 straight. So it still wasn't overall the best thing ever, but it was nice just to be able to get my gens back. If I end up losing this one, my next video will likely be Kaldheim, Premier Draft, or Quick Draft. Quick Draft, my bad. Let's see. Is there anything that I have that can help me? I don't think so. But we'll take the draw step and see what we get. Okay. Another Audacious Thief. Perfect. Thanks, Thieves Guild. Alright. Good game, opponent. Good game. Judge Holden. I don't know if the opponent can ever see what I type good game right there, but I try. I like to be a good sport whenever I can be. There are certainly times I get salty. I'm not feeling a very salty mood today, though, so shouldn't be much of an issue. Let's see. Is this our last match? Will we get any more after this? Let's wait and find out, huh? These Audacious Thieves are pretty cool. I don't think I'd seen those before. Alright, what do we got? Got some red stuff. A white 2-drop that I don't want to play on 2, but honestly, I think if I get a red mana, we're going to be in really good shape here. This is a great hand. Very fast, very aggressive. Okay. You are not worth playing out at the moment. I'm not going to block a 1-1, and then your extra power is going to go to waste, so come on, red mana. Wait one more turn. That's not a good sign. This could be all she wrote. Griffin Summer. Okay, that's survivable. That isn't. The drop Drill Master. It won't be at all beneficial here, but rather play the card than leave the card. Yep. It's too bad. Too bad. Rodder's Axe. You're gonna get really feisty on me now. Ugh. Yep. Come on, red mana. Hey, there's red mana. This is a problem, but I don't really have a good way of getting rid of it. Let's go ahead and get this down. Put as much pressure as we can on their health. Unfortunately, I'm still going to be taking 4 in the air. One in. Oh, you would have been awesome. You would have been awesome. Okay. If I do that and I use shock, if I attack and use shock, then he will block, but he will also suffer a savior. What do I do? We're going to go with Battalion here. Because I think next turn I can get in pretty strongly. That'll be nice. I hope I draw another land so I can Faith Fetters that Sentinel, because if I can't stop the Sentinel, I'm in trouble. Get a removal spell for Battalion? That'd be my guess. Yep. Take it. Your mom's in there. Yeah, okay. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Luckily, I gained 4 life here. I'm gonna go ahead and bash in for 2. Because if he wants to block, he's blocking 2. But I also need to be able to block myself. Where's my flyers? My flyers would be great. Yep. Move it over. 3-turn clock here. It's fortunately high. I'm gonna go ahead and bash in for 4 here. Probably go Enforcer and Pyromancer. Hopefully get them low enough that I can win this game. It's a very dangerous race. I'm on 2-turn clock. Got 8 points of damage on the battlefield, 10 in hand, so if they chose not to block, then I kill them. But I can't imagine it'll happen. I can't imagine they won't have more creatures. So, opponent goes to attacks, gets in with Defeated Up. Gets in with both. A 2-mana spell. I mean, sure. What do you have that's going to kill my Enforcer? Gravedigger to get it back. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have a red to kill the imp at the moment, which is unfortunate. Okay, let's see. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're going to block 5 of it. I think it's okay because I'll probably sack the Savior to protect the Imp, and then I can shock on his next turn. Let's go ahead and get in. It's got to make the blocks. If you only block one, it's not going to still shock and win. And as you sack it, it's to get the Imp protection. Or you're going to block Gravedigger and sack it to protect the Gravedigger. I'm dead either way now, aren't I? You kill that, equip there, and I die. I should listen to him back. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Now I gotta hold the shock, because I gotta just take 2 points of damage next turn. So when opponent goes to attacks, I have to kill the Imp, so that he can't equip the axe to the Gravedigger. Let's see what happens here. Alright. So it's down. Go in. That blocks, of course. Put it at 1. And. Ooh. Good game. Good game, opponent. That was ballsy. A little bit late after its odds, honestly. Alright, 2 and 2. Here for your hero. Let's see if I can at least go 50%. That would be great. Honestly, 5 wins is my goal. I want to go infinite with this. That would be great. However unlikely it may be, it would just be nice. Alright, so. Oof. Not exciting. This is better. We're going to keep this. We're going to put Regulator down at the moment. While it's super helpful, I do have a hand of good creatures, and hopefully I can get some lands coming off the top. 1 turn late, Cephalus. Go ahead and burn for 2. Hopefully draw land. That would be ideal. That was not land. So you can get in for 2 here. You got something flashy? Nope, nothing flashy. Savior. Essence Scatter? Nope, okay. Would like some more lands. Thank you. Alright. Let's see if I can go ahead and get in for 3 here. I'm just gonna have something here. Interesting. Okay. Does that mean you have a removal spell for Pyromancer? Huh. Okay. I'll go ahead and get Brute down, because that'll do significantly more damage. Draw a land or go 2 spells, or just go Protector? Alright. I do need a land. I'm going to pitch you, unfortunately. Do have a land. Go ahead and put that down. Get Faith Fetters online. That'll be helpful. Also, Griffin Protector would be fantastic, because it'll grow pretty quickly. Let's see what we've got, opponent. I think I've got to go for the big play. I've got to try and get Protector down. Yes, and Scatter. Oh, Bone Dash. Looky there. Okay. Disappointing, but it was a little bit understood. They were going to counter whatever I played. Protector or Battalion. Battalion can be pretty awesome too, but unfortunately to attack, I probably should have played Battalion first. Huh. Enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, discard a card, 1/1 and flying. Okay, well, that's fine. Usually better to Faith Fetters. Thanks. I was concerned about Faith Fettering something so sucky. Alright. Gotta stop drawing lands, in my opinion. Go ahead and do this. Go ahead and bash in for 3. 3-tone clock here. Within their turn. Wonder if I should Battalion and then Fetters, but they're gonna have a follow-up play here. Yeah. Ooh. That's nasty. I can block with Savior, protect something, and really bash in. Creatures that I control get -1/-0. Ugh. Well, that is disappointing. I don't know if there's anything I can do here. No. I do wish to block with you. And then protect here. That's an unfortunate draw. I can, then it becomes what, a 3/3. And this still dies to a 7/7. You'll also nothing. He's gaining life. Mirror image. Good game, friends. Good game. Alright, well, that was our match. Went 2 and 3 there, a little bit disappointing, but I don't think we had a great deck. Didn't really see a lot of great cards. We were in a pretty rough seat, I think. Love to hear your opinions on that. Put them down in the comments below. I'd love to learn from your experience and what you've played with and what you've known. Shoot, I can't show you the deck. Anyway, thanks everyone. I appreciate the time, and I look forward to drafting with you more in the future. So, enjoy your times. See you next time, guys.